Yo, it's good. Rob's in here. It's the next day. It's the next morning. You also, it's around, what time is it? 1 minute till 11 a.m. I got some sleep last night, so that's good. I don't really know what I'm gonna do today. I got a few pull-ups. I don't really have anything on schedule. I 3D printed this Porsche. I don't know if you guys can see this. The dishwasher's going. So here's this Porsche. It's not my design or anything, it's somebody else's design, but we have the Bamboo Lab scraper here. It's like, oh, the blade is coming off. Yeah, this blade comes off a lot. It's not the best design. I mean, it's pretty good, it's decently good, it's really good, but I feel like I need a few minor tweaks on the hardware side, just because otherwise the blade just keeps coming off too much. Like on this piece here, the screws don't really thread too well into this, so I feel like it's just more of a hardware, like logistics type. Hardware more logistics type issue. As you can see, like, I don't know, the screws have a hard time being threaded into here. And maybe I just built it wrong and I don't know what I'm doing, but that could be the case, definitely. There's a blade. Slides in there. Yep. And then you can scrape your tools off the 3D printer. That's a little case for it, if you can get it to stay on. There we go. It stays on for the most part. What else? I printed this. Oh, the thing came off. Anyway, I'll have to play around with that design. Maybe they'll let me, I don't know. I don't know the copyright on that. Alright, this one I made in Tinkercad. Oh man, this focus thing is not working well for me. So I made this in Tinkercad. I basically just wrote my name and then merged it with a rectangle or a box. And then this I also made in Tinkercad. I took an existing 2D star. It was 5-sided or 5-pointed, and I just added 1 point to make it 6-pointed star. Star David. And yep. Oh, and then this was one of the first designs I printed. I did not make it. It's not my design. It's a bag clip. So, like, for example, if I can find a bag, I can show you. This will help us refocus. Okay, so let's say you have this bag of sliced almonds, and oh, it doesn't have a sealer. I mean, this one does, but let's pretend it doesn't. So you would take your bag clip, and now it's sealed. And that took about 8 minutes to print, and costs less than, I don't know, a few pennies worth of plastic filament. So I don't know, this could definitely be mass produced, but again, this is not my design, so I'm not going to do that. If I do mass produce stuff, it'll be my own design or custom projects. So yeah, I guess we'll get back to work over here on the 3D printer. I haven't had any water today yet. No food yet either. We're gonna let some light in. We're gonna vent out the room. Sorry, that was loud. Okay. We're here. I'll turn on manual focus. Maybe. I don't know why. Maybe not. Okay. Before I charge my camera. This is what I was trying to show you guys yesterday. Set up. The acoustic panel is ready to go. I got my book here. I'm trying to study that. Not going so well. It's my Wiggy sleeping bag. I sleep in it because you never know when you have to leave the house in a hurry. It's always nice to just keep it simple. Laptop, SD card reader. As a t-shirt, I was gonna wear this today, but I kind of gave up on that. The speakers, guitars, yeah. All right, so we'll power on this 3D printer. I made this door lock. I can show you how this works. So this is door lock. Switching autofocus right now. So let's say the door is locked, right? So now you can open it here, but right now this side is locked, right? So I basically sort of trial and error. It took me like 3 tries to get the dimensions. First I tried a 1 by 1, then I tried a 10 by 10. I can show you those designs. Basically you stick this plastic thing in here and then you push it, and now you can open it. So I can show you a better demonstration of how it works. So once again, we're gonna lock it here. Now as you can see, it's locked. And then we're gonna close the door. Now I'm locked outside. Oh, in theory, I'm locked outside. We'll try that again. Alright, well, it always goes wrong in demonstrations, I guess. I don't know. That's what they say. But let's try it like this. I'm gonna lock it from here. Okay. Now we're gonna go outside. We're gonna try and enter through here. It might be locked, I don't know. It's locked. Well, you can try and try again, but some things are just not gonna work. So, lock. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro. So I guess we'll just do the long demo. Okay, this is open. Now we walk around town. Okay, door is locked. As you can see, unlocked, locked. Now we will go as if we're on the other side of the house. Okay, now, see, it is locked. Right, you guys can see this. Locked. Take my blue pin. This thing costs less than, it's around $0.01 to print. So, like 1 cent. Okay, well, I pushed it, and then it opens. And then it did have a handle here on this side of the blue thing, but it kind of came off. So I was just gonna print 5 more of these, and I can show you. This was the first iteration, which was too tiny, and then this was the second iteration, which was too big. You can't really focus this camera with one hand and show you stuff, so I'm gonna sit down real quick. First iteration, the current iteration. This is the first one, and then the big one's the second one. First, second, third. Okay, so take these off. Turn on the printer. Gotta plug it in first. Okay, plugged in. Now I turn it on. Okay, we go to print files. Okay, print files. And you can see I have a 5 bed. The 5x5 is the dimensions of the cylinder. So I just did whatever was default on Tinkercad as the thing, and then 5x5, like my movie stopped recording. I don't know why it does that. So yep, it'll print 5 of these in 21 minutes, and I'm pretty sure each one costs less than a penny. So I can show you that real quick if you want. The design is on my Mac here. I was gonna boot up my PC, but it might be in the cloud too. If it is, I can use that. But anyway, let's focus her up. Yeah, this camera doesn't have automatic focus, so I'm kind of just playing it by ear here. We'll open up Bamboo. Yep. So let's see. This was the original design. So that's the object, 5x5 by 20 millimeters. 5x5 by 20 millimeters. There are 164 triangles. I tried simplifying it, but it didn't work out as I planned. I could try it again, but so that's a simplified model. If I go to medium simplification, it'll reduce it to 20 triangles. If I go to extra low, it'll go to also 20. Oh, medium is 42 triangles. Yeah, so I could try that, but I think it kind of makes it too uncircular, whereas I think this would be better if it was circular. So I'm gonna cancel that. These are all the versions of it. This is a clone, the 5 bed clone. I have a full bed clone too. This would be the full bed. That meaning that it would print the entire plate's worth of door locks. So that's opening here. When it decides to load. Oh, there it is. So this is the full bed, what it looks like. Now we can slice it here. It's gonna take a second to slice. The G code takes a couple seconds here. Yeah, so this one takes about a day and 21 hours, I think, to print this entire bed's worth. I don't know how many are in here per se, but I can show you how I got to this point if you want. You can check on the status of this guy in the meantime. It's preheating the heat bed preheating. How it's going. It's bed leveling. "15 minutes left on the print." Now it's heating up the nozzle here. So this temperature, the 63°C, is the bed, and then the top temperature, the really hot one, the 182°C and climbing, 190°C and climbing, is this guy here. So it'll do its thing real quick. Now it's doing like a flow test, basically. Dynamic flow calibration. And then it'll start printing. As you can see, I have the doors open because otherwise you end up kind of bombing yourself with plastic fumes, melted plastic, and you don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be breathing that in. Alright, so this is the full bed here. It gives you the info. So the cost to print this entire bed worth of door locks, door pins, is $10.59. The total filament is 423.59 grams, and the total time would be 1 day, 6 hours, and 5 minutes. So this would be better on a resin printer, I feel like, just because the way the resin printer works. Open project. We're gonna open just the full res one, like the single, and I can show you how much it costs for the single one. So we'll slice this guy. Yeah, and that sliced really quickly, and as you can see, it costs 0.01 to print, 0.57 grams, total time 13 minutes and 22 seconds, and that's just for one of these guys. So you would just go there and click print plate. I mean, I can show you what it looks like, but my printer is busy with another job, as you can tell. Currently printing. So then here you would just select your PLA, and then you would click send, which will send it wirelessly over WLAN to this guy here. Now this thing's been hard stuck 15 minutes, so I don't know what's up with that, but it's doing the dynamic flow calibration here. So it's about to start printing. Yep, so I just cut that. Double flow test. So here it is printing. Some guys in here. This is a custom design. I mean, there's really not much to it, but it's literally a cylinder, and I just adjusted the size to get it to fit that hole in the door with trial and error. I didn't measure it or anything. I just kind of eyeballed it. That was the first one, like I said. That was the second one. And this one, oh, this one has the handle still. Yeah, I printed a few of these the other day. The handle, ironically, wasn't a design or it wasn't part of the design. It was just the base that the 3D printer made. So since we're printing a 5-pack right now, it might be a little different. As you can see now, we're heated up to 220C, so you definitely don't want to be touching that. The heat pad stays pretty cool, 64C. Kind of like a, I don't know, like a computer CPU or something like that. We're at 100% throttle, and then I don't know what 80% here is. I think 80% fan speed. Yeah, fan is at 80%. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it as default, just because kind of don't want to be messing with it. Yeah, so it'll do this for around 13 minutes. These are all the plastics, like the supports that are left over. So I'm going to try and find a way to recycle these. Or ideally, I would like to be able to melt these down and put it back in a filament form. So if you know how to do that, hit me up. I have no idea how to do that. This is all like the cuts and stuff. This box though is a wireless mouse component kit. So, for example, you can 3D print that plastic mouse by scanning this QR code. This came with the printer, by the way. I was pretty surprised, because I was going to buy this anyway. I wanted to do this, but it came with it, which is really clutch. So you would just scan that with your phone. It opens up the Bamboo app, and you can print something like that. Something like that mouse, similar. And then it has all the components inside, like the wiring, and it's pretty nice. I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but I'll get to that probably in the near future. Maybe today or tomorrow. Maybe not. I don't know. I feel like the important thing here is to be able to make your own designs, so that way you can sell them or market them. Not that I necessarily believe in copyright or patents, but I don't know. I feel like if I made designs, I would just release them for free. Because I'd rather people have access to things than not have access to things. And I personally know that I don't like, or I kind of hate it when there's something that I want or need and it's behind a paywall. So if I could be part of the solution and not part of the problem and just put it in the public domain, like, why not? Like, bro, like, I don't know, you want to download this little cylinder that took me like 30 seconds to make, why not? Like, I mean, I understand people have their reasons and people need to eat and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, God will find a way to provide for you regardless of what your circumstances are. So there's 10 minutes left. I think I'll just set this down and stop talking for the rest of the video. Meow. Run. I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest. It should be about done by now. 1 minute left. 0 minutes left. Then we will have a 5 door stop lock pins, 5x5 mil, 5x5 by 20 mil. There it is. So here it tells you, printing completed, 2 grams, 21 minutes. So 2 grams of filament is really good. It's pretty low cost, considering that I paid about $30 something for 1 kilogram. So this whole spool, when it's full, is 1 kilogram. Cost me around $30, I think, for the PLA basic. Now generally you're supposed to wait for this thing to cool down. The heat bed is at 60 Celsius and the nozzle is at 170. So I don't know. I think we're just gonna, well, I'm gonna shut down first. Now, there we go. More door lock pins. I don't really know why I printed these again. Don't really need it, but I'll just show you one more time. Proof of concept. Door is locked. Go around town. As you can see, it's locked. I insert the blue pin. Okay. Now, push it. See, it's still locked currently. You push the blue pin. And now, the door's open. That's about it for now. Take it out pretty easily. And yeah, so this, the 5 bed, I can give you a cost on the 5 bed real quick. This is the manufacturing cost, by the way, and it's just the cost of the filament. It's not the cost of electricity or the printer itself. But let me open up my 5 bed project here. 5 bed, here, 5 clone. Okay, here's the 5 clone layout. I'm gonna slice it. Slice plate. Here's the info. Being transparent as possible. 2.49 grams of filament, 21 minute, 3 second total time print, and cost is 0.06. So I believe that's roughly 6 cents. Yep. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I think that's a pretty good way to do it. Now the thing that I learned is that if you're going to be printing multiple copies of things, the resin printer is better because it'll print the entire layer at a time. Whereas if you have like, for example, if you have like 100 of these, it'll have to print each one individually. Whereas the resin printer will just print like one layer of the 100 at a time, so it'll be done in like a fraction of the time. So then for this plastic here, normally I just use a scraper, but this scraper is kind of messed up now. The metal one is over there in the kitchen, so I could try and use my nail, but I think I'm just gonna go grab that scraper real quick. Okay, I have a scraper. And then, in theory, I should just be able to scrape her off there. My movie keeps stopping the recording. I don't know why. It seems like it stops every 10 minutes. Okay, so we scraped her off. And then this part here, that comes right off pretty easily. And then here's the scraper. The hard part about the scraper is getting the metal to stay on. But again, that's I think a hardware issue, not necessarily a printing issue. Although I think the thread could be better on the 3D print hole out of the box. But this thing is quite challenging to work with. Anyway, I'll probably cut the video here just because it's pretty long. Yeah, the reason I printed this thing is because at first I was using the scraper with my bare hands. I was getting pretty cut up trying to scrape the prints off there. I don't know if you can see the cuts or not. It was quite some time ago, but a few weeks ago or something. But anyway, nothing too bad. No crazy amounts of blood or anything. I lived, so it's important. It doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. Alright, so I think we'll probably cut it here. We might go for a swim here in a second, but we got this basketball thing. It's like a floating basketball hoop, so it's kind of cool because it'll float in the water. I can show you real quick. Bon voyage, baby. You grab your basketball. And then you can kind of toss them in there. And it's cool when, I don't know, when there's people, because the hoop floats, so you're kind of playing like moving pig or moving horse. Oh. And the rubber balls bounce differently than the normal basketball. So it's more challenging than you think. Anyway, it's like a moving target, but also a rubbery projectile. Alright, I'll pick that up here in a second. Easier with two hands than one, so since I'm recording with the camera. Well, I think that's it for today, at least for the morning session of today. It's currently Sunday, April 27, 2025 at 11:39 a.m. Alright, peace.